I was born on the 28th of February 1992 in Doncaster, which is in Yorkshire in England. My dad's called Peter and my mum is called Anna. And we live down there because of my dad's work. And my dad's previously married and he has two sons, one called Scott and the other one is also called Steve. When I was about 10 months or somewhere in the first year of my life, we moved up to Durham, and that was so that we could be with my mum and dad's family, and also Stephen and Scott lived up there too. And we used to go down my grand's house and have like tea there every Sunday, and we all used to get together and it was really awesome. When I was up there as well, when I was very young, I met my first ever best friend and her name was Jenny. And we used to play together every day, and she also has a YouTube channel which I will link below and you can go and check her out too. So we were best friends. I went to a really strict convent school called St. Michael's, and we had a nun for a head teacher, and she was really scary and she always used to wear navy blue clothes, and we had to have mass and sing hymns every single day. It was really crazy. And I also had a teacher there who used to scream in my face all the time and make me cry, and he was really mean. He used to scream and scream and scream, and I hate people screaming at me now for that reason. In 1997 I discovered that my mum was pregnant, and on the 13th of November 1997 my little brother Mark was born, and for years and years he thought he was a monkey, and that's a really long story. And in 2002 I found out that my granddad had lung cancer, and that was a really hard time for me. Granddad was a big, huge part of our family. He was sort of like the rock of the family, and it was really difficult watching him go through chemotherapy, and in that year he lost his life. And then after that, the Sunday get-togethers down my grand's house and the Christmas times down my grand's house, they just were never the same without him holding it all together, and that was really sad. And then in 2003 I got to go to high school, and that was a really bad experience. I think it was a bad experience for everybody, but I just felt lonely and out of place. And it was just such a big school. It was also a Catholic school. And then I met my first high school friend, and her name was Laura. And we became really good friends, and we helped each other a real load through high school. And she made it so much better for me. In 2004 I came home one day and noticed something was really wrong. And that's when my mum told me that my older brother Stephen had committed suicide. And that was really difficult. Nobody knew why, and I was sort of alone for a while, trying to figure out what I was supposed to do and how I could feel better. Then in 2008 I took my exams and I said goodbye to high school and hello to college. And college was a really amazing experience for me, and I finally found somewhere that I could fit in. Nobody judged anybody else, and I just really loved it. And then later that year my dad told us that he had a job in New Zealand and that we were packing up our stuff and moving to Greymouth in New Zealand. So we actually flew, and we were flying in the new year of 2009, and then when I got there I didn't know anybody, and I felt really alone then too. Until I went to the shop one day with my dad, and there was this boy there who worked with my dad, and we got talking and everything, And I was like, ooh, who's your fit friend? And then we got together. And then there was an accident in the mine that my dad and Justin worked at. And 29 of our friends got trapped and our visas were no longer valid. So we packed up all of our stuff and we moved from New Zealand to Australia to get work. And then one day I came home and Justin took me out in the car and he proposed to me and I said yes, and that was a really happy time in my life. And so eventually we got our stuff together and we moved into our own house. And we got a little Maltese Shih Tzu cross called Sasha, and it was a really happy time, and we were so content in our little house, just living there and stuff. And then Justin got a skin infection from the underground mine he was in, and he had to go into hospital and be on IV antibiotics for 5 days. And work rang him and said because he was a casual worker, he had no job left. So therefore we had to pack up our stuff again, move out of our nice little house, and come all the way down to Tasmania to stay with his parents. And that's when I found YouTube. And I've been trying to make a video for a while, and I hope I'll be accepted into the community and make some friends and not be so alone. Thanks for watching, guys.